Welcome to my study today. We're going to have a look at joining words, which we call conjunctions. They help you join simple sentences to make more complex sentences. And in a written exam, complex sentences will always get you more marks from the examiner. Following that, we'll have an exercise so you can practice. So let's get started. There are, of course, a great number of conjunctions, and what I suggest you do is learn the ones which become your favourites, and so you really know how to use them. So let's start with conjunctions which join similar parts of speech and clauses of equal value. I've listed these below for you, and I'll give you an example of how simple it is to use them. If we have two clauses, like this for example, time waits for no man, tide waits for no man, we can simply join them together with the word and. Time and tide wait for no man, which is an Old English proverb. When we use both and, we can join two nouns very conveniently together to give a more complex sentence. Both cars and ships pollute the atmosphere. We are making progress in cutting emissions, but it is slow. Notice the use of the comma before but. That is important. Some countries accept global warming, whereas others deny it. Either we act now, or we shall destroy our planet. And finally, neither coal burning nor destruction of the rainforest can continue. The second group of conjunctions help us explain results and reasons. They very often include the words because, since and as. If you look at these two sentences, we know CO2 causes global warming. We see the results in climate change. Now, it would be nice to link those together to give us a more complex sentence. So we can say, we know CO2 causes global warming because we see the result in climate change. Because is generally used when the reason is the most important part of the sentence, and it usually comes as the second clause. I should say here that you can use because and to begin a sentence. It gives a very journalistic style, and it does make it easier for the reader to read what you are writing. So don't be afraid of using because and at the beginning of a sentence. When we already know the information, we use the words since or as. Like this. We know the polar ice will melt since, or as, global temperatures are rising. But be careful with since, because if you're using the present perfect tense, it can become an adverb of time. For example, I have lived here since 1996, and that is a different use of the word. So just watch out for that. And now for the next group. Here we have conjunctions that give us contrasts and unexpected results. I've listed these below, and we can use them like this. These two sentences can be easily linked. We are trying to reduce emissions. We are not really doing enough. So how would we link them? Well, we could use however. We are trying to reduce emissions. However, we are not really doing enough. Notice again, comma before however and after however. We are reducing the rate of burning fossil fuels. Nevertheless, carbon levels in the atmosphere are still rising. Carbon levels are still rising in the atmosphere even though we are using different and cleaner fuel sources. Some governments are trying to reduce pollution. On the other hand, again, comma before, comma after, others are ignoring the problem. And finally, we are doing our best, although it is obvious we must do more. Now, as I said before, you don't have to know all of these, just choose the ones you are comfortable with. And here are some exercises for you to practice. Exercise 1. Conjunctions. Use the words in the box below and try to fill in the spaces in the sentences. You can pause the video to help you do this. The answers follow. Now I must say goodbye, and next time we will look at some more conjunctions to help you with your written work in English. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!